In the following scenarios, a woman is brutally assaulted. She talks about this experience and perhaps even reports it. The first question she gets: what were you putting on for a man to act on his most primal instincts? Secondly, a wife is brutally beaten by her husband such that she sustains some serious injuries. She reports the case perhaps to the traditional counselors. The first thing she's asked: what did you do for a man to be this angry, to beat you up like this? Or perhaps they don't even ask her. They just say, you are being a bad woman. That's why he beat you up. Lastly, a woman is on a podcast. She expresses herself, perhaps talks about her sexual experiences. She is sexually assertive and liberal. The comment section goes wild, calling this woman a whore, a bitch, you name it. What all these scenarios have in common is actually a psychological complex we're going to be talking about today. Hello, my name is Chiti. If it's your first time dropping by, I make videos in psychology, mental health, and personal development. Um, if it's your first time dropping by, you're welcome. I'm always lost for words. And to my existing subscribers, welcome back. Make sure to like, share, and comment on to like, share, and comment. I will appreciate this, guys. It's hot, so I'm a bit confused, but the summer is summering. It's really hot. So like I say, today we're going to be talking about the Madonna horror dichotomy. Before we go any further, thank you for the love and feedback I received on my previous video, which was talking about releasing the fear of abandonment. So, as I was saying, today we're going to talk about the Madonna whore dichotomy or the Madonna Mistress complex. So, this term was first coined in psychoanalytic theory by Carl Jung. And the first time this word was coined, it was in reference to men and their sexual behaviors in a committed relationship. But over the years, it has changed. It's also in reference to women. Women can have this complex, but it will manifest differently as in men and women. So the Madonna whore dichotomy is characterized by a polarized view of women. What do I mean by that? So women are viewed in a black and white way. There is no gray area or middle ground. It's either you are virtuous, you are pure, or a Madonna. That's what the term Madonna means, a pure woman, a virtuous woman. Or you are the best whore. So with this complex, you cannot be a virtuous woman, a God fearing woman, and also be in touch with your sacred sexuality and sensuality. And with this complex, those two cannot coexist in a woman. It's either she's virtuous or a debased whore. So the Madonna whore dichotomy is characterized by men failing to sustain sexual arousal or sexual appetite in a committed relationship or marriage. Reason being is that like I said, there is a polarized view of women. So when this man looks at his wife, she's nurturing, she's loving, she makes his meals, she natures his home, make it turning a house into a home. She is the mother of his kids, and therefore she cannot be in touch with her sacred sensuality and sexuality. That aspect of the feminine that is sensual, that is sexual, it acknowledges there is a sexual being inside it. That part of the feminine is completely left for to the best whore or the wayward woman, the wild woman. So in women, this may manifest as being judgmental of women that are sexually free, assertive, or liberal. Um, and these women may come across as God fearing, virtuous, and they may look down on women that don't live up to their standards. In extreme, this complex in women manifests as the Madonna feminine, the Madonna dark feminine archetype. I'll link a video down in the description box. There is a YouTuber, her name is Desire. She talks about the Madonna dark feminine archetype in detail. But women with this dark feminine archetype, one thing you will notice is that they seek protection in the masculine through marriage. They are judgmental of women that don't live up to their standards of being a virtuous woman. Um, and they may be gossipy and judgmental of women that are sexually free and liberal. They have a suppressed sexuality because subconsciously they equally believe that you cannot be a mother, a wife, and also be sensual and sexual as a woman. Those two cannot exist. So again, mostly this complex is subconscious. It's deeply rooted in the cultural and religious conditioning we have been exposed to over time. So they are deeply, deeply unconscious, and it takes a lot to realize that um, we are suppressing these parts of ourselves, or we are projecting this part of ourselves onto women by having a polarized view of every woman that you come across. One of the dangers of the Madonna psychological complex is that, like I said, it's deeply rooted in culture and religious conditioning. And we may think we're being morally upright when we project this onto others. But in reality, we are causing harm onto others because um, not only does it cause harm to the women that are being judged, called names, simply because they are sexually liberal, expressive, and assertive, it also damages the women that are judging those other women because it keeps them in a space where they are suppressing their sacred sensuality and sexuality. These are aspects of the feminine, and if you have to be a whole you human being or woman, you have to accept those parts of yourself. Um, it also puts them in a space where a woman experiences anxiety, um, because they have conflicting feelings. They are human, they do experience sexual urges, but culturally, they have been conditioned that those aspects are unfemale or unladylike. They should be left to the masculine. Lastly, the dangers of the Madonna whore dichotomy is that it absolves men um, of all responsibility, uh, accountability, and self control, literally reducing men to animals because it encourages them to act on their most primal instincts like aggression and sexual urges without thinking, therefore perpetuating domestic violence and putting women's lives in danger. My last bit is because I realize that I also somehow, somewhere, I also have this complex within me because whenever I experienced sexual ages, there was a guilty part of me. But as time has gone by, I've realized that there is a sexual being inside me, and that is okay. It doesn't make me not feminine. If anything, it encourages me to be connected to my sacred sexuality and sensuality. My last piece is this: women are multifaceted, and it's